Okay, welcome to your 3.3 video cast. I have my class here helping me out with this video. Today, our essential question is how can you use area models and partial products to multiply a two-digit number? So we know that there are multiple ways to find an answer to a 2 by 2 digit problem, and we're just going to talk about today using partial products. Okay. It says outline a rectangle on the grid to model 13 times 18. Break apart the model into smaller rectangles to show factors broken into tens and ones. Label and shade the small rectangles and use the colors below. For this instance, okay, so we're going to take our first factor, 13, and we're going to break that apart into two partial products. So how can we break apart 13? Emma?
Well, you could do, it's 13, right?
Yes.
Okay, you could turn that into a 10 and a 3.
A 10 and a 3, because class 10 plus 3 is what?
13.
13. So down this side we have 10 plus 3. Okay, what's my other factor here, Dylan?
18.
18. And Dylan, how could you break apart 18?
6 and 6.
That'd be 12.
9 and 9.
9 and 9. Okay, but for this instance, I'm actually going to stay with the tens. So if I do 10 here, Dylan, how many am I going to have here?
8.
Good. Okay, so now we have our square labeled. If you'll notice this blue area, we're going to do a 10 by 10. Okay, so this whole first quarter is going to be 10 by 10. So go ahead and outline the 10 by 10 and shade it in. And we know that a 10 by 10 square is worth how many?
100.
Brody?
100.
100. 10 times 10 is 100.
Yes, I got it.
Okay, and that's going to be blue. If we were using color pencils, which we're not, we would shade that blue.
What blue? Oh.
Okay. Next, so we're going here to here. Okay, now we're going to go from the tens to the ones. Okay, so 10 times 8 is what, Nevaeh?
80.
80, and I'm going to just shade this in real quick. So I'm going to go over 8. I'm not going to go over 10, I'm only going to go over 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So go ahead and shade that in, and Nevaeh tells us that 10 times 8 is 80, and that should technically be green if we were using color pencils. Oops, I forgot. Go back to the blue. 10 times 10, we're gonna move that down here. Oh, they already did it for us, didn't they? To 100. And then for the green, we're gonna put 80 down here. It's gonna be one of our add-ins, one of the things that we add together at the end. Who can infer what we're gonna do next? Britta?
You're probably going to do the same with the 3.
Okay, the same with the 3. So I'm gonna do 3 times what?
10.
Yes, 3 times 10. Okay, so I'm going to actually just go down 3 right here. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go across 10. So look at how that looks on my paper. And 3 times 10 is what, Britta?
30.
30, and that should be yellow. So I went and I did my 1s times my 10s. Now I'm going to do my 1s times my 1s. So I'm going to be multiplying what two numbers together, Kaylee?
You're going to be multiplying through 10.
Yes, 3 times 8. So I'm going to go, I already have 3 down, so I'm going to go 8 across. Okay, and 3 times 8 is what, Kaylee?
24.
24, and that one should be pink. Oh wait, I forgot to add my yellow down here. So I'm going to add 30, and then I'm going to add my 24. Iverson, what am I going to do with all these numbers right here?
Add them.
Add them. Okay, the easiest way for me to think about this is 100 plus 80. 100 plus 80 is what? Dylan?
180.
0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 3 is what, Camden? 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. Am I done? No, I still have to add in this 24. So 210 plus 24 is, Lucas?
234.
234. Okay, so my answer is 234. So what's the area of this whole shaded area? Emma?
It's helping to help. It's to help.
What's the area?
Of 100.
234.
234.
Okay, because we have 100 plus 80 plus 30 plus 40. So the area of all this would be 234. We're still on page 157. It says, draw the model again and break apart the whole models to show factors different from those shown the first time. So what are our two factors here? Dylan?
234?
Nope, that's our product. Our two factors are still...
Oh, 10 and 8? No, 13 and 18.
Yes, 13 and 18. But we're going to be thinking of different ways to break apart 13 and different ways to break apart 18. What's another way to break apart 13? It's another way to break apart 13.
Olivia.
Kaylee. Okay, so 9 and 4. Because 9 plus 4 is what, class?
13.
And then to break apart 18, how could I break apart 18? What's another way to break apart 18? Nevaeh?
You could.
If I cut it in half, what would it be?
Well, you can do 8. You could do 8 plus 11.
You could. If I break it in half, Steve.
You could do 9.
Yeah, 9 and 9. 8 plus 11 would work too, Nevaeh, but for this instance, we're going to use 9 and 9.
We already used 9 and 9.
Okay? Oh, yeah, that would be 19.
Yeah, I just thought of that.
That's okay. Okay. So here we're going to start, and we're going to go 9 times 9. So we have to go down 9 and across 9. 9 times 9 is what, class?
81.
81. So now we're going to do 9 times 9 again. So go over 9 and up 9. I think that's 9. And 9 times 9 is what? 81. Now what am I going to do? Britta?
You're going to do 4 times 9.
4 times 9.
So we go down 4.
And 4 times, yeah, go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just go across 9. And 4 times 9 is what?
36.
36. So fill in 36 there. And then I'm going to do 4 times what? Caden? 4 times what? Yep. Good point. 4 times 9 is what?
36.
36. We forgot to write our numbers right here, but I'm kind of glad that we did that, because what numbers are we going to add all together to find our product? What numbers are we going to add all together to find our product? Real quick, who can tell me? Emma.
161.
What?
81, 36, and 36.
Yep. 81, 81, 36, and 36. You can take time to add those together. And your answer is going to be, what do you think the answer is going to be? 234, because it's the same thing. We just broke apart the factors in a different... Okay, it says explain how you found the total number of squares in the whole model. Number 1, I broke apart my model into 4 smaller rectangles, and found the product of each and then added the products. Okay? So basically you broke apart the rectangle into 4 smaller, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you added all of these together to find your product. Number 2, it says compare the 2 models and their products. What can you conclude? What can you conclude about the 2 models? The products are the same. You just broke them apart and the factors were different. So you can break apart the factors any way that you want. There's really no wrong answer as long as you break apart the factors correctly. Okay? And then number 3, to find the product of 10 and 33, which is the easier computation? 10 times 11 plus 10 times 11 plus 10 times 11, or 10 times 30 plus 10 times 3. I'm going to say that 10 times 30 plus 10 times 3 is easier because I can use the fact of 1 times 3 and what I know about multiples of 10 in a pattern to find 10 times 3. So I can count by tens, 10, 20, 30, to find what 10 times 3 is. Okay? Down here on the make connections part, and you can pause the video and write in those answers that I just gave you. You can draw a simple diagram to model and break apart factors to find a product. So our factors are 15 and 24, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and we're trying to find the product. So I need to break apart my factors. They already kind of started it for me. They broke apart 10, so what would my other factor be?
20.
They're breaking apart 15. They already gave 10, so how much would be left?
9.
5. And then here, they're breaking apart 24. They already put 20 down. How many would be here? 4.
3. 2. Oh.
Okay?
1.
So, I'm going to start here. I'm going to go 10 times 20. 10 times 20 is 200. Then I'm going to go 10 times 4. 10 times 4 is 40. And I'm going to write these in down below as I go. Then I'm going to do 5 times 20. And 5 times 20 is
100.
Then I'm going to do 5 times 4. And 5 times 4 is 20. So I'm going to write 100 here. 20 here. Now I'm going to add all these numbers together to find the product for the whole model. So 200 plus 40 plus 100 plus 20. I would do 200 plus 100, I know is 300. And then I know 40 plus 20 is 60. So 300 plus 60 is going to equal 360. So 15 times 24 is equal to 360. We good on that?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are going to move on and you are going to do the share and show numbers 1 through 5. But you're going to start with which ones?
3 and 5.
Numbers 3 and 5. Now, we had a good question earlier. It tells me to draw a model, but it didn't give me a model, and I don't have graph paper. Okay? And my answer was you can make a square and then divide it into fourths, and then put your factors on this side and your factor on this side, break apart your factors, and then write your answers in the boxes. Okay? It doesn't have to be to scale always.
My stuff.
Okay?